Welcome to Dom and Dragons, a Goats and Dragons campaign featuring Dominic Monaghan. We at Helpful Goat want to be very clear about something. Black lives matter. Systemic racism is real and pervasive, as evidenced by, among other things, the ongoing and infuriating lack of justice for Black victims of police violence. Please support organizations that are working to dismantle systems of oppression. Support organizations that support Black lives. Support Black lives directly. For resources and a starting place, please see the links in our episode description. And as always, please be warned, this podcast may include adult situations and language. You know, the kind of language used by people who are heartbroken and enraged at the current state of the world, and occasionally channel that into their role-playing. You're welcome.
Welcome back to Burden, a muddy spot under the boot of the Gohomian army. If you have a sword, you best know when to draw it. If you have money, you've probably left. And if there's someone you trust in this forgotten place, you hold on to them. We're all just trying to make it here, and maybe we ain't looking too close about what you gotta do to be good in a place like Burden. Dom and Dragons, podcast where Helpful Goat Gaming plays Dungeons and Dragons with Dominic Monaghan. I'm Andrew Gilbert, but tonight I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and I'm not alone. With me, as always, is the unbenevolent dictator of Helpful Goat, Galway, playing the Turtle Druid Macleod Tumbledown.
Hello.
Lena, playing the Azamar Warlock Elef Fire.
Hi.
Adam, playing the Bugbearian Connie Demure.
Hey, everybody.
And, of course, Dominic Monaghan playing the halfling monk, Cryon Fane.
What's up, friends? So happy to be back.
I love it. We just had a tweet today from a listener who started playing Dungeons & Dragons because of this, and they also picked halfling monk as their first character. So you should feel happy that you've inspired a new generation.
Shout out to, was that Eve?
Eve, yeah, absolutely. Solid. So tonight, hey, we're on Twitch. We are live. We're going to be recording a podcast episode right here for you. But take advantage of the liveness of it. If you have any questions for us, anyone in the cast, every once in a while we make sure that we keep an eye on the Twitch chat. But we also have a great group of regulars that can answer any questions you might have. We've had a lot of weird, random technical gremlins tonight, but I think we've smushed most of them, so should be okay. Let us know if it sounds weird or if something goes wrong. All right. Well, without further ado, we're gonna jump into tonight's episode of Dom and Dragons. You will remember last time on Dom and Dragons, the group, even though I told them there was nothing to get out of these spies, interrogated the spies for a very long time, which is very typical of D&D. I love it. You had to be sure. Yeah, you had to try all the tricks, which I love it. It was great. Then you decided, since you're sort of on the clock here, it would speed up your efforts if Macleod, Cryon, and Kalia went to go find a few griffins, and if Connie and Rose and Elef went to go find the stores of alchemist fire that she had buried and hid underneath the city. So, last time we mostly followed Macleod and Cryon then into a battle with the exceedingly German captain, who had turned into this sort of demonic hell beast. And very closely, a little bit there for Cryon, we're able to defeat this monstrous foe. Cryon and Makek then, we'll get back to you guys. We're going to decide then if Cryon is going to do a little bit of reconnaissance, and if Makek and Kaleo come back, or however that works out, we'll do that. As Connie, Elef, and Rose descended one of the older buildings in town, went into the deepest part of the cellar, found a trap door even further down into the ground. You all made it into a cave system. A larger room, stonework, very, very exquisitely done, had opened up in front of you. Both of you can generally see in the dark, but you do have dark vision, and there really is no light in here. You did see a toppled statue of Borir, one of the gods of the Goholians. And you also saw large, gigantic spider webs.
Great.
Indeed.
Okay, I'm just really enjoying the fact that every so often there's just a from Dom who's not on video.
Hey, Elef and Rosie, remind me why we're down here again.
We're getting an alchemist fire. Obviously, like, we're gonna blow everything up. Maybe just the mountain. Maybe we're just blowing out the mountain. Anyway, we're blowing stuff up, so we gotta get the alchemist fire.
All right, could you turn that? Could you just turn it down like a couple of notches?
Turn what down?
So I can
Turn the fire
understand?
down? I can't turn fire down. Fire just does its thing, right? It just burns and burns and explodes and goes boom, 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 and then it burns everywhere. It's beautiful.
You know what? Never mind. Let's just get this stuff and get out of here. I'm not feeling too good about this. You know what? You know why? Because I think I've got a feature that comes in handy, maybe. It's something about danger sense. I've got danger sense.
Have you sensed some danger? Oh my god, is there danger right now? Is there danger? Connie, are we in danger?
You know what? I'm not sure yet. All I know is that about a couple of levels ago, I gained an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving me an edge when I dodge away from danger.
I don't know if that means it all, but that sounds really great.
Yeah, well, so I see these webs and I see that toppled statue, and so I feel weird. So just if anything's about to come at me, just know big spiders or whatever or statue topplers that are around here, I will dodge out of you with advantage if you come at me. So come, bring it on. I'm Connie Demure, former sheriff of Burn.
Something I have no idea what you're talking about.
Connie, calm down just a little bit. You're about as excited as Elef, and I can't take two of you.
Yeah, kind of calm down. I am like at the perfect level of excited, and you just gotta like go down a little because I am so excited, and it's perfect how I am. But you had too much.
No, dear,
right.
You are also too excited. I just thought I might have more luck with Connie.
No, I'm perfect.
Rose kind of steps into the room then a little bit more. And again, it's a circular room. There's kind of what looks to be an old sort of chest. What are those things called? Sort of the B, like a bureau. Yeah, like a burrow. It's like a few words put together. I don't know.
An armoire.
An armoire, sure. That doesn't start with a B at all. An armoire. Yeah, there's one of those kind of on the left side, completely covered in these large spider webs. Kind of a stone base in the floor, stone statue being having toppled over, and then further outside of this really nicely wrought circular room, you can make out a cavern that goes deeper in that looks much less purposefully hewn and more dug out, if that makes sense.
Is everyone nervous? Is it back there? Back there? Also, like, didn't you say that this statue, this person that's in the statue, didn't you, like, you said something about them? You said they were part of the bad things happening, right? Bad things?
Well, the Gohonians worship Borir, the many-eyed god. And he has, over the years, allied himself with unsavory forces in the world. These are not things that we can solve now, of course, but I'd feel better if we get out of here as soon as we could.
Oh, absolutely. It's just kind of like weird that the statue's here, right? Because we're not Gaholians in this town. We're
Wigmolians.
Wigmolians. We're Wigmolians in this town. We're not Gaholians. So it's really fucking bizarre that it's there.
Elef, do you think maybe the fumes from all the fires you create might be affecting your head?
I think they definitely affect my head in, like, the best possible way. Like, I just, like, feel so fuzzy all the time and kind of dizzy. It's awesome.
Oh, all right. Well, that does sound... We should get you to a doctor, maybe. We should get you to go see Momo. Mother Mosey.
Mother Mosey? Okay, sure, totally. After we get to the fire and do the explosions and blow up the mountain, and you know how after all that goes. Anyway, are the fires? Is the alchemist fire back down that tunnel? The tunnel?
It is further in. It's not too far. I never really wanted to explore this entire thing. Thought it might be dangerous, but we did need to hide it a little bit further. Why don't both of you give me a perception check? You've also brought just kind of some sturdy folk from Rosie's gang to carry some of this stuff as well. They're not red shirts at all, don't worry.
Oh, I fumbled my perception. That's a good start to tonight.
Interesting. So, sort of a house rule. Let's flag that real quick. On fumbled skill checks, especially perception checks, I tend to give you something that is either 100% wrong or 100% right. You do not know if this is perfectly correct or perfectly wrong, but you do believe it, if that makes sense. Connie, we'll start with you. With a 12 perception, you're looking around, you see these sort of silvery spider webs in here. Actually, Connie, this is, you're looking around, I assume, and not smelling or anything?
I mean, as a practiced bounty hunter, Connie is accustomed to using multiple senses while...
Sure, but what's your primary here? Are you looking around or trying to sniff something out?
I'm looking.
Okay, so that would be a disadvantage, since it is dark.
Oh, so I have to roll again?
So roll
that's
again,
what you're
just
saying?
in case. Yeah. So roll one more time, just in case. You also get a 1.
Ugh.
A 5. This is perfect. All right, so you see basically what I've described so far. Connie, there's just an odd hint of something almost metallic in the air, mixed with kind of just a mossy, slight moldy scent to it. This is not an uncommon scent in Burden, but it seems to be particularly strong down here. Elef, you definitely think you see maybe, 10, 15 feet. The ceiling in this place is about 15 feet up. Amidst the webs, you do feel like you see something kind of dark moving around the room, up in the very corner of the room.
Okay, I'm gonna point at it and go, there's something up there, in the webs.
Ah, that's what I'm talking about.
Do other people see it now that I've pointed at it?
Yeah, all the other people are looking, they just sort of see large masses of spider webs, but Nothing large. That would be weird.
I just realized that I've not been doing Connie's voice tonight. I've been doing the voice of Andy Daly's character, Dalton Wilcox. Because I've been listening to his new podcast, Bananas for Bonanza. I'm Dalton Wilcox. So I'm going to change. From now on, I'm doing Connie.
Gotcha.
More like this. I'm Connie Demure. I know, but maybe it's the same. I don't know. Whatever.
You're good.
What is that? What do you... Oh, hold on. What? I'm Connie Demure. Connie Demure down here in this basement. That's what's happening here. All right. Elef, what do you see up there in that there corner?
Can I make it out at all, Andy?
No, that was it. Yeah. You saw... you don't see it anymore either. You thought you saw dark movement behind the webs.
It's gone. Everybody start sailing.
That's fine, Elef, Connie. Please, further in. Don't worry about the spiders. They're not here for you.
Worry? You calling me Yeller? And Connie's gonna stride into the room.
Doing an insight check on Rose to see if she's acting like herself, and I also fumbled that. I'm gonna fumble all my rolls tonight, and this is great. Anyway, is Rose acting like herself?
Incredible, Lena.
Elef, Rosie's not acting like herself. This seems very odd to you, though it's been a while since you've really been around Rosie. There is, you're getting a different tone of voice that she has, and you're not exactly sure where to place this. Now you're starting to slightly distrust Rosie.
I have stridden in. Strode,
I think.
I strode in because I'm not I'm no scaredy cat.
Good, Connie. Excellent. Now, Elef, are you Yeller as well? Then follow us.
No, wait, Rose, you're acting really sketchy. You're acting like sketchy. You're acting really sketchy. What's up?
Sorry, I'm not trying to. It's probably best for all of us if we just get this and get out.
What are the spiders here for?
What if what?
What are the spiders here for?
What are they here for? They live down here, child.
And they'll just leave us alone?
I think we should continue on.
Oh, well, wait a minute. I'm not, sketchy. Elef saying sketchy.
Also, Rosie has a torch lit as well, just so you know.
I mean, Connie's murmuring to himself, I guess. I don't know Rosie from Adam. I know Elef. She's known quantity, and if she thinks Rosie's sketchy, maybe I should be listening to her. How about these other... Oh, was that... Did Rosie just say that?
No, that was a voice in your head.
That was the DM's voice?
You should. That was not the DM's voice. That was a voice Connie heard.
Wait, literally, Connie's literally hearing something in his head right now?
Elef doesn't know that, but yes, Connie, yes. You heard you should.
And it was after I said I should listen to Elef. All right? Then Connie is going to immediately try to take out Rosie. Connie's gonna clothesline Rosie.
Oh,
She's
shit.
well up ahead of you.
I needed to scroll up to see that.
Yeah, her torch is now going around the corner.
Okay, then this is what. So Connie's gonna do. I want to do an insight check on these sturdy folks that have come down here with us, and see if they're acting sketchy.
Give me an insight check.
Jesus Christ.
That's a 5.
After 4 rolls, our highest roll has been a 5.
Which was a fumble.
We're fucked.
Oh no, and also a normal 5. Jesus.
Yikes. Yeah. So with a 5 insight, Connie, you have no idea. These people, all of a sudden, your bounty senses are kind of going crazy here. Your danger sense is pinging in the back of your head. Just nothing in this place feels right. But it also doesn't make sense why someone would want to just bring you down here to try to kill you. You're all messed up right now.
Elef, did you hear that voice just now?
You mean you, when you were muttering to yourself? I heard you muttering to yourself.
Yeah, that's canon. I said all that out loud under my breath.
Yeah, I heard that part.
And then I said something about I should listen to Elef. With respect to you saying that your friend Rosie was acting sketchy.
Yeah,
And
totally.
I heard a voice that said, you should. Now, I don't know if that voice was the voice of Rugek, the god of ambush in Bugbear religion, or if it might have been the voice of Grancool, the god of hunting, senses, stealth, and surprise. I'll tell you one thing, though. I really hope it wasn't the god of this other god whose name is very rarely spoken. When bugbears face a situation in which retreat is necessary, we often are affected by a form of madness as our life preservation instincts overwhelm our innate violent tendencies. We interpret this unpleasant experience as having been possessed by this unspoken God, and I avoid speaking of it for fear of inviting him back. I just said all that, though. Oh, shit. Oh no. I need to do a sanity check, Andy. Is this the voice of Skigaret?
Okay. Give me a wisdom save.
Hey,
Wow.
you can roll in double digits.
You feel your mind being pulled in lots of different directions. You get that sense of maybe needing to retreat. Your breath quickens, your heart rate starts to pound, but you do look around and no one else is freaking out at all. And that does calm you down just enough to hold on.
Okay.
Hey, I don't really know what you're talking about, Connie.
Children, please, this way, all of you. No,
No, Rose,
need
just
to dilly.
you're being really like sketchy. Like you said, like the spiders aren't here for us, but then you said that they were maybe not gonna leave us alone, and you're just like not acting like yourself, and you're just making me really nervous. So could you come back here and we can have a conversation about this before we go like into the dark and the explosives? I mean, I love explosives. I'm like here for explosives. I'm here for explosives all the time. That is what I am here for. But also, like maybe I want to be safe and make sure that you're not acting like so sketchy and that you're normal and not under a spell or that you're you.
Fine, check all that when we're out of here, please. We don't have much time.
Why don't you have much time?
There's a gigantic mountain floating our way.
No, it's not moving. Remember, it stopped.
I don't know if it will stop for long. Please, this way. And she'll continue on, and her torch will disappear around the corner.
I don't even know anymore, like, what I'm supposed to be doing with Connie. Like, based on the roles, I've lost track of what he should be doing.
I would say at this point, yeah, you are both very scared. You're very untrusting of every person in here at the moment. That momentary then pause in all of you means that you're now alone in this room as the rest of them have continued on further.
Chit-chat.
Hey!
Let's go.
No, this is all good. You know, they can bring it. We can do a little assembly line sort of deal and help kind of carry the barrels from here. But
I don't know if we're alone in this room, right? This is kind of
I'm
freaky.
pretty sure that voice wasn't Skigaret. So where'd that come from? What's over here? Connie opens the armoire.
2 bats go.
Oh shit! Oh, I hate bats.
You look, and there are 2 old, kind of slightly moth-eaten, what looks to be captains' uniforms of the Goholnian army.
Well, that tracks, I guess.
I mean, like, does it? Like, why is there just this Goholian shit down here? Why the fuck did Rosie hide things in a Goholian hideout? That's really freaking weird.
It does appear to be fairly recent, like within the last couple months.
You said it was
which-
moth-eaten.
Yeah. Moths don't take that. I mean, it's not moth. It's mostly still there.
It's not in tatters. It's got a
holes.
couple of holes in it.
Yeah, it's dusty. It's been down here for a few months and no one's touched it, it seems. Yeah. And this is not a very clean place.
All right, Elef, I got an idea. I'm going to do something that is one of my tricks. It's in my bag of tricks, my bug bag of tricks.
Yeah?
Get it? A bugbear.
Exclamation point, burr bag in the chat.
Bug bag. Burr bag, bug bag. All right, one thing I do sometimes as a bounty hunter is make people think that I'm leaving when I'm actually not. I think that's probably the best way of finding information right now. So
Okay.
just follow my lead, all right?
Okay.
Oh, well, this was a weird experience coming down here into this basement cellar type place, and we're so scared. So we're just gonna leave now. Calling
Yeah.
out into the cavern. Right, Elef, we're gonna go now.
Yeah, I hated this. I hated this so much. And
This
I'm really
was-
so excited, and I don't trust anybody, so we're definitely just gonna leave.
It was so bad and weird down here. Bats and voices. So here
Spider-Man?
we go. We're walking away. We're walking away.
walking
So our
away.
voices are getting quieter down as we leave.
You hear a voice from further in the cavern shout, "Don't leave! We need to find the fire and bring it out. That's why you're here."
Good luck.
And then Connie will lead the way stealthily in.
Yeah, so I'm trying to move quietly also.
When you say trying to move quietly, Elef, that's a little more accurate than you meant it to be, probably.
I haven't even rolled yet, Andy.
Oh no.
It's not the quiet part that I'm talking about. It's the trying to move.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Elef, something grasps your ankle, something hard and cold. And you quickly look down and you see the statue has reached over and grabbed your leg and is holding on to it.
Holy shit, coming up!
Quiet. We were just walking away.
You
Oh,
see
what?
you see a crack down the middle of the statue, like around its sort of middle part, and then the legs stand up.
Oh,
Wait, just the legs?
At the moment, the arm has grasped your leg, and the
Wait,
legs
are the legs
themselves.
connected to a torso? Or just, there's just legs?
The legs, yeah, it cracked down the middle around its belly, and the bottom half of it, the legs just stood up on their own.
Okay, so there's just disembodied legs?
Yeah, and why don't we go ahead and roll initiative?
Fucking weird.
I would like to suggest that since Connie was stealthily entering the tunnel,
Uh-huh.
that he might be able to do a surprise attack on these things.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay. Are you fucking kidding me?
Guys, this is gonna go real bad if we
We're
roll.
gonna fucking die because we can't
mean-
roll.
Maybe I got inspiration for making Connie do a wisdom check on his fear of Skiggaret, the bugbear deity of fear.
You managed to disconnect Andy for a second there.
Andy, whatever you said just now, we didn't hear it.
We
You
just
cut
saw
out.
a chop and it froze, and then there was no noise. It was amazing.
So carefully consider what you said that we didn't hear, and if it could be better for me, say it that way. Oh, I can't hear you still. You might need to disconnect and come back in.
How about now?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So, so if you make this canon, and so that anytime you get scared enough and you feel like you need to roll a wisdom check to see if you are possessed by this god, yes, I'll give you inspiration. But that
All
one's
right. Yeah, I'll do that. I love
Fair
that.
enough.
That's awesome. So I will give you another stealth check, and this time I'm gonna roll a crit hit. Right?
sounds good.
Fucking
Yep.
hopefully.
That's the opposite. It's a crit fail. What is happening?
We're fucked.
Go as that, everybody. I will see you once Makek is finding their bodies.
It's inspiration, so you don't have to take the still the.
Oh,
crit miss.
I'm taking the crit miss because it's just about whether I can do a surprise attack on these guys.
Yeah.
So, and it's funner that way. So I'm gonna try the surprise attack, but it doesn't work, or something.
Okay.
Or it doesn't work in a really extravagant way. Or should I fucking just?
I mean, it's up to you. I'll allow this. It won't be fun.
If I take the crit fail, will you give me inspiration and let me re-roll? Just kidding. I'm kidding. I will. I'm gonna let the rational side of me prevail and not take the crit fail. I will take the 7.
All right, with the 7, yes, I don't think you're going to be able to surprise them. They seem to have been waiting for you all to be left alone or something like that. Okay. Let me roll their initiative real quick.
I'm just going to say that this has to be the greatest concentration of dice mediocrity I have ever seen in any session of D&D. Like,
It's up.
good lord.
Yeah,
And then you rolled a 4 for their initiative. It's even affecting you.
Yeah, this is bad. It's real bad.
Did somebody put a limiter plug-in on our dice rolls?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Audio humor for my pal Sam out there.
All right. Okay. But the two of you get to go before our stony friend here. So, Connie, with the tiebreaker, you're able to go just a little bit ahead of Elef. What would you like to do?
All right. So Connie heard Elef's pleas, turned around, and got this big grin with his yellow, sharp bugbear teeth on his face, and he said,
Yeah.
And he's pulling out his 2-handed pike, and he's saying, "Surprise!" But the pike kind of sticks for a moment, so like it's still stuck after he said surprise.
You forgot you latched that one extra strap, and you have to.
And then finally he gets the 2-handed pike out and attacks. So there are 2 halves of a like statue.
Yes. Bottom half and top half. Yep.
Is the bottom half south of Elef,
Yes.
grabbing her legs?
The top half is the one grabbing the leg.
Oh, right, that makes sense. Feet
With
don't
a
have
hand.
arms.
Yeah.
Cool. Then I'm gonna take my 2-handed pike and attack the top half and try to sunder its arms from its torso.
You do that.
You hope feet don't have arms.
I hope feet don't have arms in Andy's fucked up world. and I, what do I?
What? Yeah.
It's a 15.
I'm seeing a 15 and going, thank Christ. This is like a marker of where we've hit.
15. You come. You with your long arms and your pike are able to stretch out and just slam down on this arm. It is entirely stone. You just go chink off of it, and that reverberation hits through the pike, kind of smarting on your hands.
Now, did that feel to Connie like it didn't work because he didn't hit it hard enough?
Sure. Yeah.
Or does it feel to Connie like it didn't work because of piercing damage?
I think Connie thinks he didn't hit it hard enough.
Ah, fuck me. Awesome.
Would you like to move, Connie?
No, I don't know even where I would move that would be helpful.
Okay.
I guess I could like circle around this way, but I think it just. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna just be here. I'll move forward a bit. Okay. Stunned that my strength did not shatter this statue of Boreer, which
Yeah.
What a shitty god. Not a bugbear god, that's for sure.
Are your hit points correct? 29 out of 46?
Probably.
We haven't long rested. We've had multiple encounters, and I think people used up all of their
Yeah, 29, and I've got 1 temporary hit point.
That's right, because it's the same day of coming out and seeing the mountain. I see. Yep.
Yeah.
Because you're just doing this later in the day, I think. Yeah. Just double checking. I didn't balance this differently. No. And Elef.
We're gonna die.
You're fine. You're good.
Okay. So Elef is going to shriek. I won't actually shriek because I don't want to blow up people's eardrums, but she's very upset. And also she's shrieking really loudly, so I don't know if you need to see if Rose can hear, but Elef is very loud. And then going to, I don't know if this is going to do anything. I don't know if necrotic damage does anything, but cast Hex on the, I guess, upper half since it's holding on to me.
Okay. Nice.
And the skill, I'm going to choose Strength as the ability.
Okay.
And do I think that I could break out of its grip, or should I just attack it? Like, how strong is it? Like, is it like stone? Like stone?
It feels, it's hard because it feels like stone, and it's squeezing pretty hard on your leg.
Okay, so I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it.
All right.
Which, as a reminder, is actually, even though it looks like fire when I do it, because I'm obsessed with fire, it's force damage. And the 24?
Gotcha. 24 hits?
So 11 force damage.
And is it extra damage for the...
I have that in
Hex?
there. That's 11 with my... Oh,
with
right.
that.
Right. No, that's with Agonizing Blast. It's 11. You're right, I need to roll Hex.
Yeah.
So 15.
All right. Yeah, you're just right next to this.
That 4 is necrotic. I don't know if necrotic hurts it.
Seems to. Yeah, you just like slam into this thing. And just straight into its chest. Some of the rubble kind of crumbles off of it, and as it's moving a little bit more closely to you, it's kind of putting its arm around just to scoot itself around, and it looks up at you with its head, which now you can see. You've not really seen a lot of statues of Boreer ever, but this is a sort of a humanoid-looking creature, but they have one gigantic eye in the center of their head, and it looks like their hair is sort of curved back in tentacles with an eyeball on the end of each, like dread, basically.
Help, 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 help! The weird statue has me, help! I'm shouting.
All right.
I just didn't want to shout.
All right. So the feet kind of settle themselves in front of you, and then they try to kick you.
Is that a crit hit?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ. What is happening? Fearful. Fearful.
Oh,
is
I'm
the
already
result.
afraid.
Please,
So.
please make a wisdom save for me if you don't mind.
This is Elef, right?
Yeah. And Elef, does a 12 hit you? It does not. Okay. A 6. All right, Elef, you are technically afraid of the feet, as one of them just has you rooted to the ground, and the other one just leaps up into the air a little bit, slams its leg straight across your head. Your eyes just go dizzy for a second. This is powerful things that you are not meant to be within 5 feet of. You are just terrified of that creature right there.
And was that 11 damage from that
11 damage. Yeah, 11 bludgeoning damage.
hit?
The other one, it just kind of was off balance. It kicked up at you, but it missed entirely. Yeah.
What does the frightened condition do again?
So you have disadvantage on attacks while you're within eyesight of that thing. You cannot move toward it. You can only ever move away from it. But you can also make another wisdom check at the end of your turn.
Okay.
To try to get fearful.
Cool.
All right. And then this other guy is gonna keep trying to hold on to you.
Disadvantage.
Right.
Strength is
right.
hexed.
I hexed it. Strength.
You
is
hexed its strength.
Fucking yes.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm like, no, I'm jumping in and yelling this now.
What the fuck? Great. An unnatural 20.
Okay, so an unnatural 20. It is now kind of crawled up, and its heavy stone body is now just wrapped around you entirely. Both arms are there. You are now technically restrained with this person.
And what does the restrained condition do?
Oh my god.
I can read that out.
Restrained condition. Yeah, if you have it handy.
Yeah. A restrained creature's speed becomes 0 and it cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Sweet. I'm gonna fucking die.
So until you're free of this, you're unable to move. You have strength.
Do I hear anything coming down the hallway, like Rose running to save me?
You guys were making a lot of noise earlier. Hopefully that was enough.
I've been shouting help. I was.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good.
But
Connie?
But we don't even know what the fuck is going on with them. Oh, shit.
They're dying horribly, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, man. If Connie were to attack this thing again, the upper half, would that preclude him from being able to try to afterwards, like, basically pull this thing off of Elef?
If you attack, right. I'll let you try to pull her or it off of each other, but that'll be an action.
That's the action. I get that. I 100% agree that Connie would think that it was just that he didn't hit it hard enough. But since over the course of this round, he he can tell that shit is not good right now. I think this thing keeps crawling up Elef. The other thing fucking with an unnatural strength fucking hit Elef. Connie is he's trying to get this thing off of Elef so that he can pick her up and run away.
All right. Yeah, give me a strength check. You could be athletics if you'd like.
I think strength will be better for me.
I think, Andy, you have disadvantage on that half also, so I know you're...
Oh, right. Yeah, strength check. Thank you. Yes, no, thank you. Yeah, let me just roll this just real quick, just in case something even worse happens. All right. Yeah, it's so concerned with Elef that it doesn't see you basically come in, reach in, sort of peel one of its massive stone arms back, and that's just enough to kind of wrestle Elef out of its grasp. It now kind of slumps to the ground. It's just moving with its arms now, trying to balance itself. Its hair and dreads starts to kind of turn and look at you as well, as there's an eyeball on the end of each.
I guess picking up Elef would be an action, huh?
No, you can. It's just movement. I'd say you could move about half your speed with Elef if you want.
Yeah. So basically, almost like a lineman in football, a left guard. That's the position I played. I'm just fucking I am running into Elef and kind of trying to hold or pick her up kind of with a clothesline kind of tackle kind of deal, and just trying to push. And Connie does not feel good about going backwards into the down into the ground, into the tunnel. So he's trying to push her kind of around this side and move however far you let me. You said half my speed?
Right, so that'd be 5, 10, 15 to get to here. And that path is going to cause them to sort of swipe at you.
I'll take the opportunity attacks. I'm trying to. Connie's trying to get out of here with Elef.
Yeah. A 23 hit you?
It sure does.
And a 16?
Yeah.
It looks like it. So it's 9 bludgeoning damage as this thing swipes at you and just hits you in the back as you're pulling Elef away. The foot just tries to slam down on your foot as you go by. And, it got you real good above the arches there. Yeah, I'll let you even position Elef like on this side if you want.
That is exactly what he would be trying to do.
Cool.
Yep.
So you've moved around, you've pulled Elef, and you've just sort of placed her a little bit further away from everything else and just kind of turned back to look at them. And they seem nasty still, but... and then, Connie, you do hear some commotion from further on, a little bit of movement further on in the cave as well. So you're hoping someone's coming back.
Yeah. Am I?
Well...
A voice told him that he should trust Elef. Maybe it was.
Actually, you hear a similar voice in your head and says, "Where are you going?"
Oh no. Did that sound like Hrugek, Gronkle, Skigaret, or...
It actually sounds like none of those that you've ever heard before in your head. Though the face is now looking at you smiling. From stony ear to stony ear.
The statue said that. You say that! We're going that way! Out of here! This place is awful. You're awful. That's my turn.
Elef.
Thank you, Connie! Also, you said you guys are totally awful!
I can't understand you!
You can't understand me?
You're talking too fast and I'm scared. I'm so scared right now. I'm more scared than I've ever been in my life.
Thank you! Thank you!
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, so I am frightened, but I'm no longer restrained.
Yes.
So I have disadvantage on attacks against the one that frightened me, but not the other half?
As long as you can see this one. Yeah.
Oh, I have disadvantage on attacks against everything as long as I can see the one that
I
frightened me.
believe so, yeah.
Yes, as long as you
Okay.
can see it, you have disadvantage on an attack roll. For casters, it does not affect anything that's a saving throw.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
you
rather, it
say
doesn't
that,
benefit
but all of my
them.
shit is attack rolls. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit it with an Eldritch Blast. Try to hit the one that I have Hex on, so the
Cool.
upper
Gotcha.
half.
Oof, a 13.
I need to
Kind of...
roll again. I mean, I guess I failed either way, right? But we should see, because I'm supposed to have disadvantage.
Oh, with a disadvantage, yeah.
Okay, so 13.
13. 13, yeah, just misses wide. Yeah.
And is Connie still holding me?
It's up to Connie, I guess. Probably not. He probably set you down.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much like he's not grappling you or holding you, but his intention in the next 6 seconds of this, Andy, stop with your weird teeth shirt. His intention, I think, would be to keep running. So his arm's still there. He's trying to get us both out.
Okay. So I'm gonna just move back some and shout, "Let's go, Connie! Let's go! Also, Rose, if you didn't hear me, we should go!" And
Elef, as you get to here...
motherfucker.
Are you kidding me? What is this? What's happening?
You hear a... And from above, a large discharge of webbing comes down. I believe a 16 hits you. you are now covered in this webbing, stuck all around to the ground and everything. You are restrained and can make a DC 12 strength check to bust out or to cut out if you'd like.
You can also just attack it.
For now. And you do look above you and kind of up to the left. You see a very large spider in the top left corner here.
Spider! Also, Rose, help! Also, Connie, spider!
You said she was sketchy.
Yeah, okay, but like, I'll take anybody right now. She's super sketchy. She's actually super sketchy. But also, like, the statue and the spider are going to kill me. Specifically me.
So you do then see the people kind of running back out of the cave, and as sort of the last bit of webbing, it just starts to cover your face and your eyes, Elef. You see something else coming out of the cave. Something entirely large, crawling along the ceiling, and now hanging upside down on this 15-foot ceiling is another spider-like creature, but they have the body then where the head might be of what looks to be a drow elf. White long hair dipping down, almost touching the ground below then as it's hanging upside down, and it has a sword in its hand.
As soon as you said webbing, Andy,
Yeah.
spider, I was back in. I just went, nice. I've been listening the entire time, but you said webbing, and I was like, hold on a second.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
In this creature, with a sort of torso, and then the body of a spider, whips a long sword, tries to cleave straight into the statue itself.
It's helping us, kind of, probably.
Yeah, the statue then blocks it with its stony arm, and it swipes. It swipes again, two-handed. Actually, I can do another one too. It just keeps wailing like on this thing, and its stone arm seems to be withholding everything else. And then you see Rose step up next to it, below it, with a crossbow, aiming at the things as well. And she's going to go ahead and fire as well at these things.
So, wait, did people come running back here and they seem scared of the Drider? Or do they come running back and they seem like the Drider is on their side? Like, do they look
Right. Not at all. They, now seem pretty chill. All of them attacking now the statues. Not doing any damage, it seems.
But the one spider still webbed me.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you don't think that spider does not look necessarily aggressive to you. It looks more just like it's containing everything.
Like it didn't
in
want me
this
to leave.
area. Maybe you could, guess that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right, Connie. The feet are going to try to just stride over to you, which is a weird thing to say, and kick at you. Their massive stony feet, which again are still about 5 to 6 feet tall, just the legs. A 23 hit and a 20, I believe, for a total of 10 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, those both hit. I have to say, I just watched the movie Onward last week.
Yeah.
Which, for much of the movie, features a brilliantly done character that is just the bottom half of, like, a person. It's just a pair of legs.
Yeah.
This is not like that. That was Pixar fun. This is bad.
All right.
So how much damage did I take?
You took 10 bludgeoning damage. The arms, the torso, on its hands, jumps up with its hands and swipes a couple times at the Drider. Both times, though, the Drider just smacks the arms away with its sword. Connie, your turn.
I don't even know anymore, Andy. What do you want me to do? Just tell me. I'll do it.
You just do what Connie would do. It's fine.
Pile drive the legs. Just pile drive the legs.
All right, Connie is. Oh yeah, Connie. You know what? All right, Connie had a dream recently about he went on an adventure with his father, but it was only the bottom half of his father. It was only a pair of legs, and it was a warm dream. It felt good. And so the fact that this fucking Bugbear statue would fucking co-opt and appropriate one of the only warm dreams he's had recently, it's making him mad. I'm entering a rage.
Beautiful.
And I'm also going to be reckless.
Ooh, okay.
Which gives me advantage on melee attack rolls.
Aye.
So I am going to attack this pair of legs.
Please.
With my two-handed pike with advantage. And see what happens. Jesus.
13. You just kind of slam again into it. Tang! It's just off of the stone.
That sucks, Andy.
Indeed, it does.
Connie will now turn wide-eyed to Elef and he'll be like, "Onward! Onward!"
You now see Elef entirely covered in web from head to toe.
Connie,
just unable, like, even the mouth is basically
Connie runs again. Connie runs, and he does, now this time with his other arm, he tries to kind of, do the kind of clothesline, push her out with him. Out, let's go outside into the light of burden.
Yeah, you're starting, you reach in the sort of massive webs, try to pull Elef here. Without a full action, you don't think you can move with her right now. But it's gonna, since you moved away from it, it's gonna go ahead and swipe at you, or kick at you, rather.
Oh no. And since I was reckless, this is bad.
Oh yeah, reckless, yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Attack rolls have an advantage. Oh, shit.
17 will hit for 5 bludgeoning damage.
But you're raging now, right?
Yep, so you only take 2 of that.
Okay. So now is my hand my arm stuck to the webbing?
A little bit, yeah. It's pretty sticky at this point.
Why can't I move her as an object?
Yeah, she's not a free object at this point. She's completely covered in webbing stuck to the floor.
All right. Connie will, because of his memories of that dream, based on a Pixar film, is really feeling like really sensitive now and like vulnerable, and he just whimpers to the Elef. Elef, I think Stalker's here. That's the goblinoid deity of hate, death, and cold. He's an enemy of all things that live. His symbol is a creeping shadow. I think I'm gonna die down here, Elef, and you might too. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, friend. And if this goes longer, I might reveal more truths to you in my next turn. But that's it for now.
As a quick point of order, because they need all the help they can get.
Fair enough.
Elef should have gotten a free wisdom saving throw to try to beat Frightened at the end of her last turn.
Absolutely, last turn. Before this turn. Thank you. Go away. Give you a free wisdom. we got lost in the rolls.
Yes, the terrible rolls. I was like, wait a second. I had the status condition list up for a reason still.
Wisdom save, Elef.
Okay, I tried.
9, not quite enough. But it is your turn, Elef.
Gonna go. Because my mouth is covered.
Does it have to be? Andy.
He said it was.
It's just flavor. It's not going to actually hinder spells or something.
I didn't remember him saying it. I thought you were volunteering that,
It
Lena.
sounds like maybe it's like a comforting tone and also a panic. I don't know how you convey that at the same time through strange noises, but comfort and panic at the same time. And I guess all I can do is try to make a strength check to get out of the webs, right?
You can also attack it, I think.
You can also attack it, or if you can, I don't know if you can burn them. They are flammable. Webs are generally
I mean,
flammable.
can I? Is that like I can
Up to you.
produce flame?
Of course you can produce flame.
It's
Unless
just
it's
gonna attack me. But who gives a shit, right? Let's burn some shit. Okay, so I'm gonna do produce flame.
Okay.
Oh wait, did you say unless it's somatic?
Are there verbal, somatic, and material, or is it just verbal?
It's verbal and somatic.
Okay, I think that's enough. I think you're fine.
Okay.
You can wiggle in here. You just can't move.
She doesn't have to,
Okay.
like, pull out the focus or
Yeah.
something for the material.
Right.
So I rolled a 24 to hit the
Thank
webs.
Christ.
I mean, yes.
Damage.
Yeah, you immediately burn them up. Take 4 fire damage as well. However, in case maybe you have resistance, I don't know. Because it also scorches you as it just flashes up all around you, and that's it. You are immediately totally not restrained by weapon.
Okay, Connie, let's get the fuck out of here. Also, you'll be okay. You'll be totally okay. You're okay. And we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
Elef, not yet. We don't have the materials.
Things are literally trying to kill me, Rose. Literally. I have been hit so many times. I've taken so much damage. I'm not used to being hurt. I'm a spellcaster, bitch. I'm usually way the fuck back. And this is scary. So I'm getting the fuck out of here. Right, Connie?
You see Rose just calmly loading her crossbow again.
Stalker!
Okay, so I'm going
Would
to move back.
Do you just kind of want to move back the 10 feet for now, or would you like to go up and entirely back to into the basement of the place you'd come from?
I want to start going up, but I don't want to lose sight of Connie. So however far back I can go and still keep him in my
Right, you can get to about the foot of the stairs then, which will be like 5 more feet back from where that is
Okay.
right now. All right. The spider crawls along the ceiling a little bit over top of you, basically, Connie. It's restored. It's going to go ahead and fire webbing down at this guy. 12. It just sort of splats onto the ground next to it. Then the Drider, who's hanging upside down, is going to take a few swings here. Okay. 5. Okay. So the first one with a 24 slams into the upper torso of this thing, shattering it to the ground, dusting it completely. Its parts spread along the ground. It quickly remaneuvers over to this one and just slams into it a few times with its greatsword, this time entirely connecting, cleaving off large chunks of stone. For 6, 9. Oh, it's 15 damage. Yeah, that looks really hurt then. It's one of its legs is almost entirely crumbling. It cracks all the way up, and it's kind of having a hard time standing on its 2 stony feet. And Rose is going to take another shot. With the crossbow. 15 does not hit. The arrow just kind of bounces off of it, lands at your feet, Connie. And it's your turn.
Does Connie get the sense that if he tries to move away from this spider that webbed Elef, that it'll provoke an opportunity attack?
You, give me a quick insight roll. It'll be a little harder since you're just kind of trying to judge very quickly what the sense is. An 8. You're not sure. It doesn't look super friendly to anyone, but you've not spent a lot of time around spiders, so.
All right. Connie will... Shit.
You're still in range of the guy here.
Yeah. At this point, does Connie think that a different type of damage might be more effective? Like that if he switched to would hand axes do different type of, or a fucking javelin? Javelin is piercing, but with slashing, does he feel like slashing damage might be better?
You definitely saw the sword that this thing was carrying, the Drider, do lots of damage. So you think weapons can hurt it if you hit it hard enough. Unless you want to give me like a nature check is like kind of your main action here.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
And Connie will just... Because I have 2 hand axes. Am I able to kind of dual wield those?
Mm-hmm. They're both light weapons.
Connie will drop his... He dropped his 2-handed pike earlier on his last turn. While he was...
No, it's fine. You can just drop it on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll pull out his 2 hand axes and throw them at the...
I think you're still within melee range, technically, if you wanted to hit, since you have reach. Because of your long ass.
Oh, even with... Yeah. I don't even need the extension of the pike or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just slashing at it with my 2 hand axes.
Beautiful. Yeah, give me 2 rolls. Or
it's at the legs, right?
Yeah.
Just the legs. And it is my first. I am attacking recklessly again.
Okay. Dead advantage.
While in a rage. Okay. And I'm crying out, "This is what you get for taking a good memory of my father and making it feel nasty in my heart."
Gotcha. Oh, there we go.
Did I just get 2 crit hits?
You got 2 crit hits.
And furthermore, the advantage went from a fumble to a crit.
Yeah, that was wild.
Oh my god. Oh, both of these hand axes are crit hits. Hell yeah, Pixar! Connie's yelling out, "Pixar! Onward, onward!"
Is that the Bugbear god of storytelling?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You cleave off one of the legs entirely. It just crumbles into rock on the ground.
So
it's now hopping up and down on one leg.
You're double crits!
Look at these 2. One of the crit hits was target loses limb.
On a pair of
and
legs.
The other is leg, foot injured. That's perfect for a fucking pair of legs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And as it's hopping up and down on one leg, please describe how you destroy this movable statue. Paint me a picture.
So, Connie, slashes into the remaining leg with a hand axe, but just enough to kind of keep the hand axes like lodged into the leg. And he picks up into the air. He holds the leg up in the air, and he calls out in his Bugbear calling voice. He yells out, "This I sacrifice in the name of Pixar, Bugbear deity of storytelling and dreams about fathers. Pixar! Fuck you, Skiggerette and Stalker! This is all about Pixar now!" And he slams...
God, Pixar.
He slams the leg on the end of his hand axe into the wall right by this spider and just shatters it.
Shatters it. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially out of combat. Well done. Well done.
Oh,
Whew.
thank God I didn't have to reveal more truths to Elef, because it could have been bad about my relationship with her and my plans for my what I'm gonna do with her in terms of my bounty hunting.
Is this still out loud?
Himself. Yeah, he's
Connie, these caves echo. These caves echo really well. You know that, yes? Says Rose.
Oh, really? Yeah, I knew that. I was just working on a script that I was gonna give to Pixar. That's all.
Your god? Okay.
The Bugbear deity of storytelling.
Beautiful. Excellent. Well, I'd say it's very lucky we ran into Galbolg here. And Rose points up at the half spider, half drow person, who then skitters along the wall onto the ground, and then bows low to you, Connie and Elef.
Hey, do you live down here or what? Hi.
Yes, we live down here. We are very sorry to see such reckless religion brought down here.
You mean Borear, right? Borear's the reckless religion.
Yes, the many-eyed god is not a favorite of ours.
He seems like an asshole. His statue just like fucking attacked us. They're so freaky.
Dark things happen the deeper you go into Old Burden.
Yeah, that sounds right. That tracks with what I know about Burden, of which I was sheriff for 10 years. But I gotta say, this is the worst underground experience I've ever had. And I've had a lot of bad ones. But yeah, Galbolg, good to meet you. Thanks for your help. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, I thought my wife was gonna die. It was so scary. Thank you for trying to save me, Connie.
My children will be missing perhaps a meal, but this is fine.
She kind of looks over to Rose and smiles.
And Rose, it is so long. We have grown larger down here, you will have noticed. Are you here for your special concoctions?
And Rose nods. I was not wanting to ask you for any help. I thought we could handle it, but she kind of kicks at the stone statue a bit. The kind of eye head of this thing just rolls a bit. But it seems the Goholians were up to some business here. That's bad. Anyway, Connie, Elef, how are you? Everyone alive?
That was terrifying. No, it was so scary. I lost almost half my health, and I've never gotten hurt before. I was way back and watching all these other fuckers get hurt. I mean, okay, well, I have a tiny bit of healing, so I guess I can help with a tiny bit of healing if they need it. But almost nothing, and I couldn't really heal myself.
Connie's putting a comforting long limb, it's his arm, around on Elef's back and just kind of patting her, hey, we're fine now. Everything's fine. We're okay.
The spider takes one of its long limbs and puts it on your back, Connie, and starts stroking it.
Oh, yeah, we're good. Everything's fine. That was so helpful. The one important lesson from all of this, I think, is that spiders are good and helpful creatures, oft maligned in this fantasy world of ours. I get maligning myself when I came down here and looked around and saw webs and felt frightened and felt afeared. And I myself said, come on, spiders, bring it on. And I shouldn't have been antagonistic towards spiders because they're good for us and for the world. But how about this? Can we just get those barrels and just skip through that part? Maybe it just happens, guys.
Just fast forward.
The Drider looks over to Rose. You brought him to carry things. And Rose nods and kind of rolls her eyes just a little bit. It's not too long then. Yeah, you with the help of there are 4 other giant spiders at the command of this person, who are all sort of, you're strapping these large barrels onto their backs, and they're just walking them up and out again. Under the supervision, you find no other threats down here. And eventually you make it back up into kind of Burden proper. You unload the spiders at the mouth of the caves that went deeper. You also noticed there were lots of different caves down here that you could have gone down. But basically the sort of first alcove back a little further was what stored the barrels.
Oh man.
So it does seem like this goes on much further.
Feels so good to be up here. Feels so good to be up instead of down. I gotta say, in a Bugbear's life, being up is great. And I had an ex-girlfriend named Brave who also thought that about up.
We're gonna get sued.
Hey, I was this close to saying Moana, and that wouldn't have been right.
Nope.
None of that.
Wait, was Brave the girl's name in that movie?
No.
No, her name was Brave. She was Brave.
But honestly, probably for the best, so that, again, we don't have Connie referencing relationships with, like, 13-year-old
Right, I think she was a child. So.
Jesus Christ.
I was wondering if you were going to try to get to, like, having another vision of your father with, like, a Coco reference. I see the skeleton of your father smiling on a bridge of marigolds.
Remember me. Yeah, it's good.
As you're sort of in the house, one of the older houses, unloading the barrels off of the spiders, you see a couple children just like looking through the window, looking in, and then they see the giant spiders. And you're pretty sure one of the spiders kind of smiles at one of them, which doesn't feel right on any level, but it happens. And the children just run away. They're not having it at the moment.
Burden children have a good education on the street and what to do when a giant spider smiles at you.
Indeed. Cool. All right. Cryon, are you back?
We gotta type to him in all caps.
In all caps. Actually, now would be a good time for a break anyway. So why don't we do it? Go ahead and take that, and then
yeah, I was gonna say it's also
we'll come.
I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's take a break. I'm sorry. I was.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we'll take a break here. Get some drink, and we'll come back with Adventures of the Beasts of Burden. Probably focused mostly on Cryon because I think Cryon's gonna go do some reconnaissance. I'm excited.
Oh, good.
Anyway, have fun. We'll be right back.
Be back in a minute, everybody. Thanks for praying for us through the rolls. Deliver all your prayers to the newly appointed Bugbear god Pixar. In a non-copyright violation, anyway.
This has been Dom and Dragons, presented by Helpful Goat Gaming. If you enjoyed what you heard and want to hear more, check out our main Dungeons & Dragons campaign, The Fates of Rin, right here in the Goats & Dragons podcast feed. You can also check out our other podcast, Helpful Goat Presents, where we play one-shots, shorter campaigns, as well as have conversations about D&D and role-playing in general. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Helpful Goat, and if you want to hear us play live, you can follow and subscribe to us on Twitch at twitch.tv/helpfulgoat. You can also chat with us and other Helpful Goat fans in our brand new Discord, or donate to our Ko-fi page to help us keep creating content by clicking the links in this episode description. And last but not least, please consider rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, or Stitcher. We are a small independent game design firm and would really appreciate the support. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.